Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at Primarch stuff. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so there is obviously one Primarch already confirmed. Angron is coming down the pipe, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. But first, we want to talk about the old rumors. And I'm not talking about the rumor engine where they show us a picture and we can try to figure out what it is. No, I'm talking about actual rumors. And this one is based in fact. So we're going to take a look at the Arks of Omen Grand Tournament Mission Pack. You may have already heard a little bit about this going around the internet, but if not, we're going to take a quick look. So this is the updates and errata for the Arks of Omen Grand Tournament Mission Pack. There's a couple things that they missed that I've already figured out in here, but we want to focus on this little portion right here on page 6. So it's the Arks of Omen Grand Tournament Games Muster Armies. All right, so page 6, Arks of Omen Grand Tournament Games Muster Armies. Add the following bullet points to the third bullet point. You can only include one Supreme Commander in an Arks of Omen detachment. And that's what all of what we're going to be talking about today is that Supreme Commander and what it means. And I think we can draw some pretty solid conclusions from this, although at the end I think we're going to be still kind of wanting a little bit. So it says you can include Abaddon the Despoiler in a Legion detachment even if it is not a Black Legion detachment. You can include the Silent King in a Necron detachment, even if it is not a Turican detachment. You can include Commander Shadowsun in a Sept detachment, even if it is not a Tau Sept detachment. Doing so does not prevent other units in the detachment from gaining their detachment rules. Note that Commander Shadowsun can only gain a Sept tenant if every Sept in the army has the Tau Sept. So essentially saying that you can take a Primarch Legend equivalent in your army even if you're not that specific sub-faction, which is cool. Then we see here for Belisarius Cole, a forgeworld, even if it's not Mars. And then we can scroll down here to the most important part, in my opinion. You can include an Adeptus Astartes Primarch unit in a chapter detachment, even if it does not share the chapter keyword. So very important here that they specifically say Adeptus Astartes Primarch. We know for a fact that the only Adeptus Astartes Primarch currently in Games Workshop 40k universe with rules is Rebute Guleman. Doing so does not prevent any other units from gaining their detachment rules. Note that Adeptus Astartes Primarch unit will only gain a chapter tactic if every chapter unit shares the same chapter keyword. So twice we have referred to the Adeptus Astartes Primarch. And I know what you're thinking. That's not really a big deal. Who cares if they refer to him as an Adeptus Astartes Primarch? Maybe they have something in the works. Maybe they don't want to have to rewrite the rules in 6 months when a Primarch comes out, or 2 years. Well, here's the thing. This is the Arks of Omen Grand Tournament Mission Pack. So we know this basically has a 6-month expiration date on it. 2 things can be drawn from that. One, in the next 6 months, they can't just refer to this Primarch as Guleman because there's another Primarch coming in that amount of time. Or 2, they just have pre-wrote this ahead of time. Eventually, they plan on bringing out some kind of Primarchs for the Loyalist chapters. They just wanted to have that vague rule already in there, and then they can come back and, correct it later. So in my opinion, it's not a coincidence. And just for a reference, when we go back and just look at how everything is worded, once again, you can only include one Supreme Commander. And then we proceed to address all of the various races with essentially a Supreme Commander. So they specifically mention Abaddon the Despoiler by name in a Black Legion detachment. So why did they mention Abaddon specifically? Well, he's a Supreme Commander, of course. And then, of course, we have the Silent King as a Supreme Commander. We have Commander Shadowsun, a Supreme Commander. We have Belisarius Cole, a Supreme Commander. Each of them listed specifically by name. And then, of course, we see Adeptus Astartes Primarch. Once again, Adeptus Astartes Primarch. But we do not see Rebute Guleman mentioned specifically by name. So that, to me, is interesting. There's a reason specifically they did that. What is their intent? Why did they do that? I mean, we can only guess, but maybe it's because we're getting ready to have a new Primarch revealed tonight. And now a quick message from this week's sponsor. This video is sponsored by CMOgames.com, where you can get 15% off most Games Workshop pre-orders, and they go live right at midnight Saturday mornings. CMOgames.com offers free shipping on orders over $25 in the US 48, and most orders ship within 24 hours. CMOgames.com has been selling Games Workshop products online for more than 20 years, and customer service is their top priority. CMOgames.com carries the full line of Games Workshop products, including 40k, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Warcry, paints, hobbies, and tools. Visit CMOgames.com using the affiliate link in the description below so they know you heard about CMOgames.com from Warhammer Man Studios. Now, back to the video. So very strange that they choose not to use Roboute Guilliman or refer to him by name. And then in the designer's commentary, we see, for example, Roboute Guilliman can be included in a Salamander's detachment. Obviously, he is the Ultramarine Primarch. He will not gain a chapter tactic, however, the rest of the detachment will still benefit from the chapter tactic as usual. So you can take the Primarch in your Salamander's detachment without using all of your Salamander benefits, but the actual Supreme Commander, or in this case, Guilliman, is not going to gain his chapter tactics. So very strange that we see all of the other Supreme Commanders specifically referred to by name, and then we see a generic statement about Primarchs. So that being said, we've got a couple basic data points, and in my opinion, I think it's pointing towards a new Primarch coming. So Adeptus Astartes Primarch, I think that's what we're getting. And because this is part of the Arks of Omen detachment, and we know it essentially has like a 6-month expiration date on it, that means we're likely getting that Primarch in the next 6 months. Now, it's possible we're getting a Primarch after that, and this is just jumping the gun. It's possible we're not getting a Primarch at all, and this is just a strange way of writing it. But essentially, with the release of Angron coming very, very soon, that's going to make 3 Heretic Primarchs and 1 Loyalist Primarch. I think there is a very, very high probability that we're getting either 1 or 2 Loyalist Primarchs. And realistically, my guess is it's probably the Lion and the Wolf. We're already seeing some Dark Angel stuff kind of coming down the pipe. We saw the Azrael model already shown off. I think there's a very high probability that we see 2 Loyalist Primarchs, but to tell you the truth, I'll be happy with 1. So I can't make any definitive statements based on what we see here. I'm not 100% sure that we're going to get a Loyalist Primarch, but I think there's enough evidence at this point in time. And I think that this is not just an accidental oversight or something like that. I believe Games Workshop specifically went out of their way to use the names. Abaddon the Despoiler, the Silent King, Commander Shadow Sun, Belisarius Call, but not Roboute Guilliman. So let me know what you think. Obviously, it's just speculation. I'm super excited. Maybe it doesn't even come out tonight in the big reveals or anything like that, but I think we can probably start to get at least a little bit excited for what's coming down the pipe. And I think realistically, we can say with pretty solid amount of certainty that it's coming sometime in the next 6 months or sooner. So let me know what you think down below. Which Primarchs do you think are coming? Do you think there's any Primarchs coming at all? Did I jump the gun on this one? Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. And that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm buying any Primarchs that come out. That's a fact. So it's just a good business decision for them to make lots. And I'm out of here.